Stop. Before you close this, look at this number, $3.58. That's what the average American paid for gas this week. 3 weeks ago, $2.98, a 60-cent jump in 20 days. But the gas price you see on that sign, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath it is a wave that's going to hit every single one of you, whether you own a car or not, whether you drive every day or once a week. Stay with me. In the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly why this is happening, what it's actually costing you beyond the pump, and 5 specific things you can do about it starting today. About 2 weeks ago, America and Israel launched strikes on Iran, and Iran did something that changed everything. They threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz. That's a strip of ocean just 21 miles wide at its narrowest point, but roughly 20% of the world's entire oil supply moves through it every single day. Think of it like this. Imagine there's only one highway into your city. Every truck, every delivery, every tank of gas comes through that one road, and someone just put a massive roadblock on it. Oil traders don't wait to see what actually happens. The moment a threat is announced, they reprice everything immediately. Oil later surged above $100 as the crisis escalated, for the first time since 2022. That pain travels from the Persian Gulf to your local gas station in days, sometimes hours. You felt the Iran strike at the pump before most people had even read the headline. Here's the mistake most people make. They think, I'll just drive less. Problem solved. Wrong. Every product you buy was delivered by a truck. Your groceries, your Amazon packages, your medication, your furniture, all of it. Trucks run on diesel. Diesel just spiked too, so when gas goes up, everything in your life gets more expensive, usually within 2 to 4 weeks. And there's a second hit, even sneakier. When families suddenly spend $50, $60, $80 more per month on gas, that money has to come from somewhere. Less eating out, less shopping, less tipping, less entertainment. Businesses sell less. Some cut hours, some cut staff. A University of Michigan survey this month showed consumer confidence crashed to the mid-50s, down 20% from last year. When people feel poor, they act poor, and that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Add it all up, direct pump costs, grocery creep, goods, income effects, the average household loses hundreds of dollars per year, not just at the pump, everywhere, all at once. Now the part nobody talks about, the psychology of gas prices. Here's a wild fact. Gas prices affect how people feel about the entire economy more than their actual income does. Why? Because you see the price every single day, on giant signs, every commute, every errand. Your mortgage rate, your grocery total, you check those once a month. Gas, you absorb it subconsciously, multiple times a day. Psychologists call this the availability heuristic. We judge the economy by what we see most often. A Pew Research poll from February, before this crisis, already showed 68% of Americans were worried about gas prices. Before the crisis. And here's where it quietly costs you money. Financial anxiety makes people short-term thinkers. They delay smart investments. They impulse spend on comfort purchases. Studies show anxious people spend 8 to 12% more on unplanned purchases during high-stress periods. The gas sign isn't just raising your fuel bill, it's rewiring every financial decision you make that day. Knowing that is the first step to stopping it. So what's the government doing? Congress introduced the Gas Prices Relief Act. Suspend the 18.4-cent federal gas tax through October. That saves you about $3 per tank. Not nothing, but not a solution to a 60-cent spike. The White House is weighing a release from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It's worked before, in 2022 and after Katrina. It buys weeks, not months. The president says prices will fall once the military operation ends. Some analysts agree, but nobody knows how long this lasts. And you can't wait for politicians to fix it. Here's what you can control right now. 5 moves, real numbers, starting today. Here's the first one. Use Gas Buddy or the AAA app. Prices vary up to $2 per gallon across your state and 50 to 80 cents within your own city. 5 minutes of checking saves $10 to $15 per tank. Over a year, $250 to $400 back. That brings us to the second move. Fill up Monday or Tuesday morning. Gas stations raise prices Thursday through Sunday when weekend demand peaks. The early week window is consistently the cheapest, 5 to 10 cents less per gallon in most US markets. Pair that with the app and you're already saving $150 to $450 per year from 2 free habits. Number 3, kill the ghost miles. The Department of Energy has studied American driving patterns for decades. Their consistent finding? The average driver wastes 15 to 20% of total fuel on completely unoptimized trips. Driving to the pharmacy, driving home, then driving to the grocery store 2 blocks from the pharmacy, warming up the car for 5 minutes when modern engines need 30 seconds, commuting alone when a carpool is available 3 streets away. A simple weekly trip audit, 5 minutes on Sunday night, can cut your consumption by 10 to 15%. At current prices, that's $175 to $260 saved per year, just from planning. This is move number 4. Check your tire pressure tonight. The average American driver has at least one underinflated tire right now. Most people check tire pressure somewhere between rarely and never. Even 10 psi below optimal reduces fuel efficiency by around 3%. On 500 gallons a year at $3.58, that's over $50 in wasted fuel. 2 minutes, a $10 gauge from any auto store, once a month. That's it. And finally, move number 5, stock up now before the second wave hits. Grocery prices rise 2 to 4 weeks after a gas spike. That lag is your window, and most people never use it. Buy non-perishables today at pre-spike prices. Canned goods, pasta, rice, cooking oils, cleaning supplies, anything with a long shelf life that you'll use anyway. You're paying today's price. In roughly 2 weeks, everyone else pays the inflated version. For a family of 4, $100 to $200 saved per spike. That adds up to real money over a year of volatile prices. Gas prices aren't just a number on a sign. They're a signal about global politics, where the economy is heading, and how millions of Americans are going to spend, feel, and vote in the months ahead. You now understand the system behind the price. You know what it really costs beyond the pump. You know the psychological trap and how to catch yourself falling into it. And you have 5 moves you can start today. You now know more about what's happening than 90% of people out there. In one of the next videos, we'll break down exactly what happens to your grocery bill when oil stays above $100. And trust us, you'll want to know before it hits. If you found this useful, subscribe.